I'm Steve Lascalzo, and this is The Way. You're listening to the August 2025 This is The Way podcast Star Wars News Update. The 2025 Primetime Emmy Award ceremony is just a couple weeks away. Andor has 14 nominations, and we discussed that in last month's podcast. The main ceremony with the red carpet and everything's on September 14th on CBS and Paramount Plus at 8 p.m. Eastern. The 77th annual ceremony is a chance for even more people to get exposed to not just good Star Wars, but good television. In case you haven't noticed, the Star Wars YouTube page has been releasing vignettes and official clips from Andor, including for some actors that aren't nominated, but I think most people think they should be if they're fans of the show. Maybe my favorite so far was the August 24th one for Clea Marquis. But there's also a behind-the-scenes commentary from casting directors Nina Gold and Martin Ware. If you haven't checked out the show yet, check out some of these vignettes. See if it's for you. Final voting for the awards has already ended on August 27th at 10 p.m. Pacific time, so we'll just have to wait and see how many awards they win.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It is time for me to report Star Wars news released since our last news update podcast. There's a doctor in the house. Matt Smith is joining the cast of Star Wars Starfighter as a villainous general. This time, it doesn't appear to be a rumor. As it turned out, his casting in Rise of Skywalker ended up, he wasn't in the movie or even involved in filming, but he was said to be playing some Sith part. Smith is best known for being the 11th Doctor in the Doctor Who television series, but he's also part of the House of the Dragon cast as Daemon Targaryen. Season 3 is currently filming in the UK, and now Starfighter is in production as well. Reports say Smith will play a military general of some kind, but he won't be a Sith, so no Smith Sith again. He seems to be joining Mia Goth as a pursuer of a child that the protagonist of the movie, Ryan Gosling, the Starfighter, is trying to protect. Now, military general doesn't mean First Order, since the film is supposed to be set 5 years after the events of Episode 9. His name wasn't the only one announced as part of the project. StarWars.com now lists Flynn Gray, Aaron Pierre, Simon Bird, Jamail Westman, Daniel Ings, and Amy Adams as part of the cast. I don't think Amy Adams, with her red hair, is going to play Mara Jade. She will reportedly play Flynn Gray's character's mother, and Gray is the only child actor listed there. So, along with the image that was released on StarWars.com that shows Gray and Gosling sitting together on a speeder, it makes it likely that Gray is going to be the one that Gosling's Starfighter character is going to be charged with protecting. He will be the child. Director Sean Levy is also reportedly using Oscar-winning cinematographer Claudio Miranda, who was awarded the Academy Award for The Life of Pi, but also worked on Top Gun, Maverick, and this summer's racing movie with Brad Pitt, F1. The announcements come with the added news that primary production has begun, so says Levy. Star Wars Starfighter, though, is set to release on May 28th, 2027. The next feature film going to be released from Lucasfilm and Disney for Star Wars is going to be The Mandalorian Grogu, but it's almost 9 months away still. Jon Favreau seems to have chosen David Klein as cinematographer, a longtime collaborator on several streaming series. Klein was director of photography for 8 episodes of The Mandalorian in seasons 2 and 3, 5 episodes out of the 7 of the Book of Boba Fett, and 4 episodes of Skeleton Crew. It would be his first Star Wars feature as DP, but this is a guy who got his start as cinematographer on Clerks for Kevin Smith, so he's no rookie.
The Foundlings are the future.
The official trailer for the next LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy series was revealed on August 14th. Called Pieces of the Past, the 4-episode special event continues the adventures started with the 2024 series that featured Sig and Dev Griebling as the galaxy was mixed up alternate reality style. The 4 new episodes introduce Jackson the Rabbit, a Billy D. Williams-voiced Lando Calrissian, Grogu, K2SO, voiced by Alan Tudyk, and the return of Darth Jar Jar and Darth Kit Fisto. There's a Jedi Jabba and a special guest appearance by Mark Hamill, and Cal Kestis makes his Lego TV series debut. This series, the limited series, releases on Disney Plus on September 19th. It's summer. Star Wars news is hard to find, so websites are constantly on the lookout for leaks or hot stories on which they can build their brand. And sometimes misrepresenting or exaggerating actually does accomplish that goal. And in the case of a rumor published by one such outlet, which we will not name, it will fool aggregators, like my favorite one for Star Wars, StarWarsNews.net. That website ran with a story about Ewan McGregor revealing participation in Ahsoka's second season at Fan Expo Boston this year. Well, it turns out he was talking about his wife, who happens to play Hera Syndulla. The original quote the website's and X account ran with is, "We begin shooting season 2 soon." Wait, was I supposed to say that? Well, what McGregor actually said, according to a much better source, was closer to, "Well, I like watching my wife, so I really enjoyed Ahsoka. I thought that was brilliantly done. It's so funny, she's shooting the second season now, and I know." Wait, is that a secret? So, listen, has nothing to do with him being in it. He may, but his comment certainly doesn't indicate that. Sometimes your certain point of view is just plain wrong.
A certain point of view?
Funny, I was just talking about how you really stretch for stories sometimes in the summer. Well, Star Wars gamers, there may not be much on the gaming front, but Industrial Light and Magic's website posted an article on August 11th celebrating 10 years of immersive entertainment and pushing boundaries of interactive experiences. What does that mean? Well, it's primarily about the ILM X Lab, a division created in 2015 that produces VR games like Vader Immortal, and for Marvel, What If, an immersive story. Now, unfortunately, the article does not reveal much about future projects. So, no new Star Wars game, VR, exclusive, but it does mention that the team has remained small and nimble, so it hasn't drained resources or lost money like some of the big production houses do. So it still has a production timeline of 12 to 24 months. So as technology gets better, maybe demand will increase and maybe the team grows. But the next project is actually already announced. It debuted at Celebration Japan, and it will be the mixed reality pod racing experience Beyond Victory. But sorry, I have no release date yet for you.
Another understandable misunderstanding.
Collectors. There were so many figure reveals at San Diego Comic-Con that this month it's hard to find something that hasn't already been announced. But I did check the Hasbro Pulse website, and it revealed one new item. In pre-order now is a Star Wars Black Series Shore Trooper electronic helmet. It features weathered tan and black deco and voice-changing technology, and it ships December 1st of 2025 if you want to pay $110. The HasLabs LAAT/I gunship is less than halfway to being funded with less than a week remaining as of the release of this podcast. As of August 29th at 11 a.m., only about 3,903 backers out of the necessary 8,000 for the lowest tier had pledged the $450 necessary to fund it. That means it would be one of the failed launches for the HasLab projects, like the Rancor and the Riva lightsaber. A much better bet for your money is a Star Wars collectible that's more classic, like the rumored new Lego Death Star set. I say rumored, but IGN reported in mid-August that it'll contain more than 9,000 pieces and be the 4th largest Lego set ever. The 11,000-piece Lego world map still firmly in first place. I say it's probably not a rumor because IGN posted an image on August 9th that shows it's not a full spherical model, but a cross-section in diorama style with segments featuring the throne room, the super laser, trash compactor, holding cells, a turbo lift, and a hangar bay complete with the Emperor's Lambda-class shuttle. It's also said to have minifigures like an exclusive Imperial Advisor piece, multiple versions of Han, Luke, Leia, and Chewbacca, plus the Emperor, Vader, Tarkin, Colonel Yularen, Admiral Motti, General Tag, and even Galen Erso and Orson Krennic. The image on X includes a picture of the box and shipping boxes that appear to be ready for shipping. But no official announcement has been made yet by LEGO or Star Wars. It will likely retail for more than $1,000.
Just one more thing.
It's time for Disney Parks news, and Oga's Cantina at Disneyland has stopped accepting new reservations. The Disneyland Oga's Cantina is transitioning to walk-up availability only, with a standby queue, which makes the prospect of enjoying the cantina a little more daunting for people who don't arrive soon after park open. Disney World's version of Galaxy's Edge in Florida is still going to require reservations for Oga's Cantina, so don't count on that changing. But, again, the California Disneyland version has seen a steep decline in interest and is changing the way they're doing things. One thing that's not changing is the wait time for Smuggler's Run. It's still pretty big, but it's been out longer than the Rise of the Resistance, right? But it was announced on August 21st, it's finally getting updates. Those updates will come in 2026, and it'll make being an engineer a little bit more desirable, since previously it was probably one of the most disappointing slots to get, especially if it's your first time. So this is probably good news. First, there's going to be new destinations like Cloud City, Tatooine, and the wreckage of the Death Star. And the neat thing is, engineers may be the ones that get to pick the place to go during the ride. There's some new characters, like the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, Grogu, and Hondo Ohnaka may also figure into the adventure. And those changes should be going online right around the time the new The Mandalorian and Grogu movie comes out next May.
I think we can let him off with the warning this time.
If you think I've missed something, got something wrong, or if you just want to say, hey, you're doing a great job, you can send me email to thisisthewaypodcast@gmail.com. You can also interact with us through X, Facebook, Instagram, at This Is The Way Pod is usually our handle. There's also a Discord server for the podcast, though I'm not very active on there. But those are the ways that you can be part of this, because it's kind of lonely, especially during the summer for Star Wars. Thank you for joining me for This Is The Way podcast's August 2025 news update episode. And thanks again for being part of the This Is The Way podcast audience. I'm your host, Steve Lascalzo, and may the Force be with you always.